Welcome back to a special edition of the Fantasy Golf Gods podcast. We're your host. I'm Rusty Miller. That's Matt Jacobs.
What's up, guys?
And our special co-host for the players, we only pull him in for big events, Joe Stratton. What's up, guys?
Not much. What's going on?
Are you guys excited for the players?
I am.
Don't call it the fifth major. There's only 4 majors.
Yeah, but
I hate it.
it's the best field, though.
It is a good field.
It's a good field. Interesting pricing.
Yeah. I was kind of shocked about the pricing, so.
Yeah, some of it kind of caught me off guard. Some of it was right. Some of it is wrong. It's like that every week.
Yeah. We were at the Wells Fargo last week.
We were.
How'd you do?
Decent. I made some money.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
happy.
You beat me by 1 point.
1 point. That's all that mattered.
Yeah. I was watching it really closely, and you
I
we had the
put it in my
same.
hand, just refresh it.
My last guy you had,
Yeah.
but then you had Patrick Reed that was still going. So I was like,
If he, yeah,
birdie,
bogey.
bogey
Yeah.
hole, bogey hole,
Yeah.
and he never did. So,
No. It's my boy, Patrick.
Yeah, so I ended up losing by 1 point to you, but I'll take it. It's a cash.
Yeah, you can.
Anytime the screens are green, it's a rarity around my household.
Yeah, I didn't watch much golf on Sunday. I was pretty far out of it. I only had 2 make the cut.
Oh, I think you had 3, and then you had an MDF.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, at least you knew that.
Yeah, it was pretty
Was
brutal.
it Hideki?
No, but I got screwed by Hideki. I think I would have won.
You didn't have Hideki.
No, but I
Yeah,
wanted him to miss the cut, and then he got pushed. The cut line on Friday got pushed to 3 over instead of 2 over, and I would have had 5 through, and everybody else would have had 4 or less. And then the cut got moved, and 2 or 3 different people had him. So.
And if Phil would have had anybody but Hideki,
Yeah.
he would have killed us.
Yeah.
He played really well with 4 guys through.
Yeah. So it was a nice week. That's 2 straight cashes for me. So
Yeah.
I'm trending in the right direction. That process over results, baby. It's coming. It's coming around.
We'll find out this week.
Yeah. So this is an interesting week. Usually, Carnage. So all the big names are here, but it's hard to find anybody with great track record, course history. It's not like, Wells Fargo where Rory has 8 top 10s or whatever, right? So there's people that have missed cuts and then they win, and then they miss cuts and then they win. So it's interesting. Tell us about the course. Where are we at?
We are at the Players TPC Sawgrass, just outside Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra Beach,
Okay.
Florida.
Awesome.
It's been played here for like 35 years,
Yeah,
39
80,
years.
83, 84, something like that. So
The course is built on a swamp.
really,
Yeah,
it's a pretty swamp.
it is. And do you know who built obviously Pete Dye built the course, but do you know who built or designed the 17th hole?
No.
Pete Dye's wife had the idea for it. Yep.
Wow.
Little tidbit about the
A little
course.
nugget. Yeah, so another Pete Dye course. I feel like we're in the Pete Dye swing. Every other week is a Pete Dye course.
Yep.
I think this is one of the last ones, though, for a while. So speaking of that, it's really interesting when we always talk stats and we always talk about how we do on Pete Dye courses, and he's a Pete Dye guy. Our boys over at Fantasy National has stepped up the game, and they have a new feature where you can sort by architects. So Pete Dye, Jack Nicklaus,
Don Ross.
Donald Ross. So a lot of courses you can narrow down. Plus, now that they have the mixed model, you can go into a Pete Dye course on Bermuda greens in the last 3 months and save
you can
it.
sort
So
everything.
it's absolutely awesome. The new,
Which I'm going to try this week. I'm going to run the Pete Dye Architect selection, but I'm also going to only do Sawgrass. So we'll see how that works. We're going to try something a little different.
all right.
Because the Players is such a different field.
Yeah.
And you're right, there's not a lot of track history to say. I mean, we know Ricky's played well here. We know Sergio's plays well here. Tiger's won twice. Jack Nicklaus is the only 3-time winner. So I'm going
He's
to try.
not playing this year.
But he's not playing. I was hoping he would be.
6,500 on DraftKings if you want to take him.
Yeah, no. But I'm going to try something completely different and just narrow my research down to this course. I mean, I know how some of these guys have been playing. Like Alex Noren only has 4 rounds here. They're really good 4 rounds. But I also know what he's been doing recently. But I'm going to base my model
Rahm only
off
has
this.
3, right?
Who?
Rahm only has 3 because he got MDF'd last year.
Yeah,
Shot an 85 in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Felt like I was there.
That gonna deter you?
His Grayson Murray's also got only 3 rounds.
He's not playing, is he?
No, he's on my
Oh, this just in, I'm not taking Grayson Murray.
yeah, no.
Yeah, he's playing.
All right.
Course is what, 70?
7,400 or
72.
something?
Par
72.
72, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
71.89, par 72.
Justin Thomas today in his media said it was the hardest par 72 they play all year.
Yeah. Did you see what Justin Rose said about 17?
Mm-mm.
He said it is the easiest hole they play all year long on Wednesday. Well, I thought that was a really good little snippet.
I don't know. I think the 12th at Augusta is pretty easy on Wednesday too.
I don't know.
It's only 149 yards.
I don't think this one's much longer.
Is it not? I thought it was
I think
like
it plays a little
160.
bit longer.
But whatever. Yeah.
And the 18th hole, I think, is one of the hardest holes
It is
in golf because you've got water going all the way up that left side.
And
long
if you go
as
straight,
dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be. This is one of the weeks. I always like watching the majors.
Yeah.
And this is like one of the other 4 or 5 courses that I will try to push everything aside if I'm not doing anything and watch.
Really good coverage this week.
Yeah.
So we have PGA Live, obviously Thursday morning and Friday morning on featured groups, and then Golf Channel Thursday after and Friday afternoon, and then replays. But then feature holes again, and then feature holes on all day Saturday and Sunday, so you can literally watch every person go through 17 all week, and something like 122 live hours of golf this week.
No kidding.
Yeah, so a lot of cool coverage, so that'll be good. It feels like a major from that standpoint.
It does, and
when
they
you can
hype
actually
this one
watch.
up good.
The grouping.
Hey, we play one and done, and this payday gets our attention too.
It does. I mean, I won't lie. It's got the major feel, but I hate when people say it's the 5th major
I do
because it's
too.
not.
What are you looking at? Any stats for this model, this course?
Definitely strokes gained approach. He seems like the best iron players going. Typically run pretty well here. Par 5 scoring. I'll be looking at that too because there's 4 par 5s. They're a little bit different par 5s than you would get at other courses because
Most of them are reachable.
right. You just gotta really position your shots well and chip and putt well.
Yeah, for the most part, it's a really accurate course because there's a ton of water left.
Yeah.
And it is built on a swamp, so swamp right and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty narrow, not super long, so you're not going to have a ton of drivers. So you can club down. It's got the less than driver feel to it.
Yep.
And then, but ball striking and iron approaches, things like that's really going to settle it. Putting here isn't really
Nothing
key
special.
stat,
No,
really.
I don't even have it in my model.
I don't either. I rarely have putting just because it's so volatile anyway. But yeah, this week definitely not having it. A lot of bad putters have won here. Siwoo Kim, I'll even call Rory a bad putter at this point. Adam Scott, Sergio can be a bad putter. So a lot of bad putters have won here. Ricky's a good putter and he's won here. So
Jason Day's one here.
Jason Day's a good putter. Yeah, so but it doesn't eliminate bad putters, which is a nice thing. So are we ready to jump in, boys?
I think so. We can.
All right. So we have 5 above 10,000 as always. Rory at 11.6. J Day coming off of his win at 11.4. Jordan at 11.1. JT at 10.8. And Dustin 10.3. So
I'm a little surprised to see Dustin Johnson that low. I honestly thought he would be 2nd or 3rd.
I mean, he's been the world's #1 golfer for over a year now, and just about every week he's the highest priced golfer.
Does he stay number one this week?
Yeah, so that's the thing. 4 golfers can overpass him.
So it's up to 5 players that can be number one, including DJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And Justin Thomas basically just has to show up and hit his first ball off the tee, I guess.
No.
He can miss the cut and still be number one.
If Dustin misses the cut.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys from Jordan and Justin Rose and who's the 5th? Is it Rahm then?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Ricky's 6.
Oh, yeah. So they all have to have like DJ miss the cut and they either win or a solo second or something like that. I think Jordan's a solo 4th. But yeah, JT's really, really close. But if you think about it, Dustin
really
dominated last year. And then Tournament of Champions. And he really, I mean, he hasn't played awful. But he hasn't won anything since.
He hasn't really done anything this year.
And you think about our boy JT here. He wins, 7 or 8 times in the last year. So
I mean, since the Tournament of Champions, DJ has went 9th, 2nd, 16th, 7th, 10th, 16th. So I mean, his worst.
So everything's my T20 or higher, but he's playing like shit, right?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That 16th is your worst.
Yeah,
and you're about ready to fall out of the world #1 ranking.
Yeah. So his tournament history here, he actually has been getting better. He withdrew 5 years ago, and then the 3 years after that, not really anything. And then last year, he had 12. So he is getting better at this course. But they always say that this course doesn't fit him.
I don't think it does at all.
But look at Heritage. He played pretty well at Heritage, and that course doesn't fit him either.
The field was different there, though.
Yeah, totally different field.
Yeah.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I thought Heritage was more of a right-to-left ball. This is more of a left-to-right ball. And
so Patrick Reed's going to be real pissed.
Or
he's going to be really happy that he's
going to
got
be doing a
helicopter
helicopter twirl. Right. But DJ does hit a little bit of a left to right ball, so I don't know. I just don't think the course fits him because he's so long off the tee and he doesn't have the game to step down and just take an iron off the tee when he needs to.
All right, so who was surprised that Rory was the highest ranked golfer? Our salary.
I honestly wasn't that surprised. His irons were great last week. He's playing pretty well, and he's actually the last 5 years he's done decent here.
Yeah, I mean they have to look at course history on this. That's the only reason it's up there.
Yeah. J-Day gets the win last week. He's won here before.
I was really hoping he was going to be about 98 and 2 or something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Rank your top 5 here.
All right, JT 1.
Okay.
And this is based on what I think ownership will be and how I like it. JT 1, this is for me. JT 1, DJ 2, J-Day 3, Jordan Spieth 4, Rory McIlroy 5.
So I thought it would be pretty even. Ownership, one guy would get kind of a bump, and it looks like DJ's going to project it at 20%, and then the others are like 12 to 16, and then J-Day's at 8.
So I'm taking J-Day. J-Day automatically becomes my number 1.
Playing
well.
I saw when this first came out, my initial thoughts was, I love JT here. I want JT.
Yeah.
I love JT anyway, but I was hoping that he would fly under the radar. But, I mean, everybody's picking him. And
he's only $10,800.
I get it. But
I mean,
DJ's 10-3.
Yeah, but DJ hasn't been playing as well as JT. If JT was 10-3 and DJ was 10-8, JT would be 30% owned already. I guarantee it. What's Rory at?
12.
And Jason Day's at 8? Sign me up.
And then Spieth's at 15 and JT's at 16.
Sign me up for J-Day.
Of course, it's, Tuesday night, so we have another 24 hours before really you have to worry about lock and stuff. So, but, yeah, I mean, DJ doesn't surprise me. I mean, you tell me that he's going to be $1,300 cheaper than Rory, and you can make with this field, you can make a really good lineup with that extra $1,300.
Yeah, you can. And I'm not saying I may fade this whole top.
Can you do it?
That's what I was actually
can
thinking
you
about. I could fade the whole top.
Oh, I built a couple lineups that I have no issues fading anybody all the way down to Sergio.
I've also built some with them being faded. Here's the thing, no names can win this tournament.
Yeah, what was his name last year? Wee Soo Kim?
See, woo! Here's an interesting thing about the simulator model. J-Day has been the favorite in the simulator twice on Fantasy National this year, and he won both of those tournaments.
Say that again, he's been in the simulator twice.
Been favorite to win.
Favorite in the
simulator twice, and won both of those events.
So where is he at in the simulator this time?
6th. 4th.
Well, who's got it winning?
Can't tell you. You have to sign up.
Well, I can reach over here and say.
Nope, I deleted it. Did you see it?
I saw it.
All I have to do is click it on my computer, but all right.
Speaking of signing up, go ahead and sign up for Fantasy National. We sign up for the year. It more than pays for itself. It's only $200, I think, and what happens is you get obviously all of this tools, and they're always improving it.
Yeah, they're constantly coming out with new stuff to make it better.
But they have as little as a week ownership. This week right now, if you sign up, it's still $7 a week going forward. If you wait until after this week, it's $10 a month. So go and save your $3 a month and sign up this week.
Even people like you can win some money.
Even guys like me. That should be their commercial.
Yeah.
Even guys like this guy can win money using their site. So, wow. I don't think that they want me to. They're doing a great job tweeting out all those two $20,000 winners. They don't need my $20 win.
No, they don't. No, that's small potatoes.
All right. Tell me who you like up here before we get going.
Of the top 5?
Yeah.
So it'd be hard for me to put Jordan Spieth in a lineup. Just he's not playing well. He's not putting well.
I was really hoping he would be like 8% versus J-Day.
He's been cut 3 times, last 3 times in this tournament, and there's not a lot of...
There isn't a lot of tournament history here for him, is there?
So,
but he had a 4th before that, so he can play well here.
I mean, I'd probably have Rory, then Day, then JT, DJ, then Spieth.
Jordan's a bad putter now. Maybe he can win here.
Yeah, that does help him here.
He can turn it around.
Yeah, so you had who?
I had Rory, Day, JT, and then DJ and Spieth.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would go.
I knew you'd like Rory. You're a Rory homie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So I like JT here. I may take DJ in a lineup. Again, I don't know how many lineups I'm playing. I've typically been playing 2 lately, and that's been working, so I don't know why I would change the philosophy. But I'll have JT in 1, and I'll probably, if I only play 2, fade the rest of that whole group in the other lineup. So let's drop below 10 to 9,000. There's only 4 golfers
So I
there.
want to make a quick statement upon Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
I'm looking at Fantasy Nationals tournament history here.
Yeah.
The winner of 2016, Jason Day.
Yeah.
Prior year he was cut.
Right.
Second place, Kevin Chappell. Prior year, cut. T3, Matt Kuchar. Prior year, cut. Daniel Berger, T9. Prior year, cut. T16, Shane Lowry, cut. T19, Justin Rose, cut. Jonas Blix, T19, cut prior year. You know who's cut last year?
Jordan Spieth.
Jordan Spieth.
The year Ricky won, the year before that, he was T77, so he barely made the cut.
And then the Sergio, I think, missed a cut or something prior. RCB, 2017, finished T4, cut the year prior. Grillo, 11th last year, cut prior. Henrik Stenson, 16th last year, cut year prior.
Yeah, so again, there's not real good track history here for anybody. I think Stenson has is it Stenson? No, he's got a cut. Sergio has had like 13 straight made cuts.
I think Keimer's never missed a cut here.
Yeah.
What's Keimer price?
Keimer's down there.
Keimer's
right?
way down there.
We'll get into him in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So in the 9,000s, we have Ricky, who won it 3 years ago, and then missed the cut the next year, and then T60 last year. So he doesn't have great form since winning it. Rom, who MDF'd last year at 93. Justin Rose at 91. Not great history, a top 20 in 16 and a T4 with 2 cuts in the last 5 years. So, and then Sergio, probably one of the best track records here, a T3 and a T4 and a T8, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So there's your $9,000 guys. I like 2 guys in here, 2 guys in here I'm not touching. So
All right, 9,000. I love Rose, and I like Rom. I'm staying away from Fowler, and if I'm building 2 lineups, I'm Rom and Rose. That's it.
So I actually have just the opposite. I've got Ricky and Sergio that I would actually start my lineup with. You know, I think they're going to be pretty highly owned for the most part, and so maybe good plays in like cash games. But
Ricky's really, out of those 4, those 2 are the lowest owned. Ricky
Really?
and Sergio. They're at 12 and 9%,
No kidding.
respectively.
No,
And then Rom and Rose are at 17 and 19, or 19 and 17.
Rose is always highly owned.
Yeah, so he's a cash guy through and through. We don't talk a whole lot of cash here, but if you're going to start your lineup with Rose, you're doing all right. I'm on board with Matt here. I'm a Rom and Rose guy, not touching Ricky, and Sergio just doesn't fit in my lineups. If I like JT and then I like those other guys, I don't have room for 3 of them in the 9,000. So that's where I'm going in the 9,000s. Anybody else got anything to say?
Not in the
I
9,000.
mean, Sergio's a great ball striker.
I mean, obviously he could win it.
Any of these guys that we've
I
named
mean,
so far can win it.
I just don't see great form out of Sergio. I think, he was playing great at the Masters until the 1 hole, and then Tin cupped it, and we saw him where?
At that team, or at his
he was
tournament,
at
the Valero.
Texas Open.
Valero, yeah, and he got cut at the Valero.
Yeah. On his own course, you'd think he'd know how to play
Yeah,
it.
his form is pretty bad.
So that's where I'm at with Sergio.
He's anti-baby swag at the moment, man. He's just trying to figure out life with juggling a new kid. He's not sleeping and practicing. He's just not rolling smooth right now. So
Yeah, I mean, and then you got, man, Ricky did finish 2nd, didn't he, at the Masters?
yeah, and he had a good Sunday. He put that charge in
67, he had a 65, 67 on the back, or on the
weekend.
and then a T21 at the Wells Fargo. So I mean, I could see playing Ricky here. I just assumed he would be higher owned than Rose because of the past.
He is on a.
How many times? He's only won here once, right?
Yeah,
And
he's only won 4 tournaments ever. So
Is that it? Man.
I mean, I think it's 4 PGA and then like 3 international. But yeah, Justin Thomas has more in the last 12 months than he does in his career. But you know,
think they rub that in?
I would.
I know you would.
I rub it in for him.
Yeah.
Ricky's going to block me on Twitter again.
Yeah, that's a good story.
He blocked you?
Yeah, a long time ago. He threw up an 89 or something, missed the cut, and I made a joke using one of his hashtags earlier in the week, and he didn't like it and blocked me on Twitter. So my personal account's blocked by Ricky.
You created another account just so you can
No,
follow
I didn't. I totally did not. He didn't block me on Instagram. I can still follow him there. Now I have my fantasy golf god, so we follow him on there. But I didn't until then. And how long ago was that? Like 5 or 6 years ago. It was a long time ago.
He may have forgotten by now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see a play at
That's
Ricky,
a funny story though.
but definitely not Sergio for me.
All right.
Can you get 3 of the 9,000 guys and be okay?
Yeah. I
Do
think
Rahm,
so.
Ricky, and Rose.
I think so.
Let's see what that leaves you.
What do you think about Ricky being paired with Phil and Tiger? You think
73.
that's good or bad?
I think it's good. I think he's one of those guys that actually likes to play with Tiger.
Yeah,
Dude.
after watching the Masters, and I don't think the Tiger effect is as big as some of the people make it.
It is for some people, I think.
I think it is for weak-minded people.
Well, Rory's weak-minded.
Uh,
So you could put Ricky, Rose, and Sergio in a...
yeah, you have 7,300 left.
Yeah. I'm going to take out Sergio and put Ramalama, 73.3.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, you could definitely make
and
it
the way
work.
the pricing is, it's doable.
Yeah, but I just don't think those three guys are all going to hit. So,
No, I'm
um,
not saying you should do that.
what were we talking about?
I think we were done with the 9,000s. Moving on.
Sure. I thought we were talking about one other thing, but whatever. I don't care.
If we remember, we'll come back.
Yeah. Paul Casey, Stenson, Patrick Reed, Eldrick Woods, Hideki. Oh, Phil. That's what I was going to. Bryson, Tommy Fleetwood, and Francisco Molinari. And Kevin Kisner is your $8,000 guys. What I was going to say was, did you see what Phil said about Tiger?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That was classic Phil.
Did you see what Tiger said?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you didn't see what
Yeah,
Tiger
no,
said?
Tiger.
Tiger says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Big picture. How many times have we won on tour? And then he said something about, he goes, we'll play for whatever makes Phil uncomfortable.
I think Tiger's pocketbooks are a little bit deeper than
I'd
Phil's.
say they go a little deeper.
So either way, that'd be fun.
It was fun. It'll be neat to see them play together.
I hope Phil wears his button-down shirt.
Oh, that would be funny.
Orange shirt.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh yeah.
That was not a great choice by his wardrobe team.
and then he had his logo stitched on the
Yeah.
cuff on it. I mean, he's balling
You know what's funny is they might actually play really well together.
these days.
Just Thursday, Friday, just because.
Ryder Cup pairing.
No, never
Never
again,
happened.
ever. Because it happened that one year, and it was
it
and
was
I could
awful.
have went out there and had a better chance of getting.
Who
a
was
point.
that?
They got
Hal Sutton was the captain that year.
Yeah.
It was.
That was awful.
But I could see them taking.
Hal.
He didn't tell him until like the night before that they
I
were
know,
playing.
I know, and neither of them wanted to.
No.
So,
But I could see them taking pressure off each other now in their career,
mm,
where they're just going to go out there and play. You know, you heard Tiger say, "Oh yeah, I look for him on the leaderboard and everything when we're playing together." So I could see a little pressure be relieved here and watch those two play really well. I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
and I think Ricky is very comfortable with both of those guys.
Yeah, I think Ricky and
I
Tiger
mean,
play
it's
quite
not-
a bit on the off time.
And I mean, Ricky's been on how many
Ryder Cups with Phil.
team
Yeah.
events with
President's
Phil?
Cups.
So I think he'll be very, very comfortable in that setting. The
Yeah.
crowds won't be too big for him. So now, if his game shows up, it's another
That's
story.
the thing. The only thing I think that could hurt Ricky is if Tiger or Phil, especially Tiger, start going off and leaving Ricky kind of in the back. I think that could be a problem for Ricky. I think it
All
could
right.
train wreck.
So either of you guys taking Tiger or Phil this week?
I like Phil's form. I do not like Phil's course history here.
I don't either. I don't like Phil here. Too much.
I don't like him either.
Too much trouble.
If we come into late Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, what time's lock?
I don't know.
7:10 a.m.
Yeah.
If I get up at 6 because I'm always up and looking at ownership and I see
I am
Phil
not.
as at like 7% because everybody's hating him,
Yeah.
then I might take a shot at Phil. But I will take Tiger over Phil.
So right now he's at 9-2.
Yeah. So if he drops, and it might be an interesting play.
Where you at?
I'm liking Tiger. I'm liking Tiger this week.
So
You're jumping on the bandwagon.
so
He's been,
I've
he's been on
pumped.
the bad
I've pumped the brakes ever since he came back. I've played him a sprinkle here, a sprinkle there.
Did you play him at the Masters? Not at all.
Full fade.
Really?
Yep. And everybody's been gun ho. His prices have been way too high. His betting odds have been way
His
too
price
high.
last week was pretty good.
Yeah, but the course didn't fit him as well as this one.
New irons last week. It was tough to pick him last week. But
Twist face.
They're not in the irons.
That's what the names of them are.
No,
the
not even
irons,
close.
That's
Oh.
the driver.
I knew the driver was. I thought that's what the irons were.
No.
They're not.
Whatever.
like Tiger Fusion.
Yeah,
Or,
phase
Oh.
1.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I am all in on Tiger Woods this week.
Really.
100%.
So, Tiger's
Here's
been known to be a little erratic off the tee.
It's fine. He only has to hit
And you're
driver
not
5 times.
You're not taking Phil because he's a
Listen.
little erratic off the
Listen.
tee. Okay.
He only has to hit driver 5 times.
But
on the
will
course.
he only hit driver?
Stop. Listen. This fits. How well did he play at Valspar? Less than driver course.
Pretty good.
Good. And the last time we saw his driver really in a big event was the Masters, and it was the best club in his bag.
Yes, but what course is this needing? What club does this need? Irons.
He needs his irons, and they're coming.
And
They're here.
they weren't good at the Masters.
Then he switched irons, and they
And
were
they-
better
they were-
last week.
He was
and,
top 10 in strokes gained approach last week.
and now he's had another week, and this course fits him.
Okay.
All in.
I
Tiger
don't-
Woods.
I don't know that I'm all in, but I would love to see him win. If he wins, it's better than me winning $40 in our tournament. But I just don't see it this week.
Good. Stay off him.
I'm not. I'll take him.
I know. So, I am all in on him. In this range, I do like Patrick Reed a lot as well.
I really
He's-
like Reed
He's
here.
playing well, and nobody likes him with DraftKings, so his ownership's always less than it should be.
No.
And Bryson is in this range, and Bryson's going to win very, very soon. And if you talk about a driver of the ball who can club down
Yeah.
and is very good at short game or ball striking, that's Bryson. And putting doesn't matter, that's Bryson.
That's Bryson T right there.
So I like Bryson a lot. I like Tiger a lot, and I like Reed a lot here. My complete bust, fade, won't touch is Henrik Stenson. Has great course history. Going to be the most popular play all week. He's going to be the highest owned player all week, and I'm not touching him and hoping he misses a cut.
Based on his ownership?
Which part?
You're not going to take him based on his ownership?
Yeah. That, and I like these other guys better.
I like Molinari a lot here.
I like Molinari a lot too, but I feel like I always get him wrong. Like, if he's expected to do good and I get on him, he's done. He misses a cut.
I don't like a chalky Molinari, and I think he's going to be chalky.
He's only 10% on here.
Yeah,
but at
see,
this point in the so look, Phil's at 13, and Molinari's at 10, and then you only have Kuchar, who's the most popular player, at 10. So from this
I thought
range,
Stinson was the most popular player.
well, on up higher, he's at 88. I
No.
was making the cut from Phil down.
Oh, I see.
Whatever makes my argument better. but
Sure, I agree.
Come on. So I just think he's going to be more popular than he should be. But if you're going to do a cash, go, Justin Rose, Paul Casey, Henrik Stenson, Francisco Molinari, and somebody low and be done and cash your money and go home.
Yeah, that's good cash line.
Fair enough. I like it.
All right, you guys, what do you guys feel like in this range? I've been talking the whole time.
So I have two that I I have three that I really like, I think. Tiger Woods, DeChambeau.
I thought you didn't like Tiger. 5 minutes ago, you didn't
No,
like Tiger.
I don't think he's going to
He was
win.
kind of quiet when we were talking
No,
about
but
Tiger.
we asked him if he's going to take him. He's I'm going to take Phil. I'm not taking Tiger.
No.
And then we're like,
No.
Tiger. And now he's like, I
No.
really like Tiger, and doesn't
No.
say anything about Phil.
You said
We
you were
persuaded
all
him,
in
man.
on Tiger. And
Yeah.
you said, and I said, but I'm going to take him. I'm not all in on
Right,
him.
but before that, you said you weren't taking him.
No,
Rewind the tape.
I never said I wouldn't take him. I didn't take him
Judges?
for the win.
You're wrong.
No, I never said I wouldn't take him.
I think he said he's going to take him.
Because I have him in 3 lineups already.
All right, whatever. You like Tiger. You like who? Bryson?
DeChambeau.
Yeah.
And Reed I really like. I like Molinari, but I think his ownership's going to be too high. But I like, as a ownership play, if his ownership is low, as Matsuyama.
So it's at 8-9 right now.
If it doesn't go above 10, I could probably take him.
You got anything?
I mean, I'm looking at, I would take Tiger and Molinari a lot in this group. I mean, Patrick Reed's playing really well. It's hard not to put
And what's
him
he
in your
doing?
lineup right
What's
now,
he
but-
doing right now? He's hitting those irons. Awesome.
Right.
He is.
Right. The thing about this course is like
What's
we were
his
talking
tournament
about,
history
he's-
here?
It's kind of a fade
Let's
course.
just find out.
22 cut, 24 cut. So he's on pace to cut this year.
But that could be good.
Yeah. So
Wait, Jordan Spieth has missed 3 cuts in a
Yeah,
row.
that's,
Three
that's
straight.
what I was thinking
Three
earlier. I was
straight.
like,
Holy crap!
but he has a T4 right before it.
Dad, I don't care.
yeah, he was pretty good those 3 years. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he was just coming on the tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's still going to be 20% owned.
I can't take him.
I'm not either. But speaking of ownership and who you like, you guys both like Molinari. If I'm there, I'm going $100 less and going Kevin Kisner from 11% to 4 or 3% ownership. Kisner plays.
Yeah, but you're going from
Hold on.
possibly missing the cut to making the cut.
His stats are bad. If you've looked at his last several rounds,
He's
Missing-
getting better.
look at his stats right now, right across.
Missed the
there.
cut
He's
last
getting-
week because I took him as my one and done, so I know he missed
In
the cut.
all these stats, he's in
How
the
many-
hundreds.
How many rounds?
Yeah.
24.
You go ahead and take your
But he
Kisner.
plays Pete Dye really well.
Take him.
I will.
I'm not.
I would
I
not.
would take Molinari over Kisner twice today and 4 times tomorrow.
I'll bet you right now a cheeseburger that Kisner finishes higher than Molinari.
Done.
Can I bet you
Yeah,
that?
I'll get in on it.
But it's a Five Guys or a Bub's Burger.
Fuck that.
What do we get? The dollar McDonald's.
Yeah. You know, you went through that drive-thru. You wanted 4 chicken nuggets for $1.
I get the same thing.
Yeah. No, I'll get you a double cheeseburger.
All right.
You getting a fat burger?
I'll find something.
All right. Speaking of plays, Pete Dye courses really well.
Booba.
Booba Watson.
Yeah, you can have him.
What's his history?
He missed the cut, or he made the cut last. Missed the cut last year. One or the other.
Cut.
He either missed it or made it.
He hasn't finished higher than 37th.
But he missed every cut last year because he was playing with a putt golf ball.
Yeah, but he wasn't in
He
16
was.
or 15 or 14 or 13.
Yeah, but
He hasn't played since the Masters.
is that true?
Yeah.
No, he played in that team event. That's
yeah,
not
he
on
played-
there.
Yeah, it's not on
Yeah, I don't know that really.
Him and Kuchar.
that doesn't count.
I took them in the one and done, I think, that week. They were up there until Sunday. All right, so let's argue about one person. Let's just keep going, I guess.
I know who exactly who you're in.
Yeah, we're going to argue about who you like in this area.
All right, who do you like?
I mean, if I'm looking through here, I actually do like Bubba. I like Kuchar. You can throw him in your cash games.
Yeah.
Leishman's actually an interesting play here.
I do like him at this price.
Koepka is... Are we going to get Koepka before his
Kepka's
breakout?
muscles are too big.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did
last
you see
week.
that in his shirt?
I heard his belly is getting a little big during
No,
the time
it
off.
looked like he was doing bicep curls.
Yeah, he
his
never
entire
worked
rehab.
anything below here. He sat in there. Cheeseburger.
I think
Did you see that
I think
shirt?
he calls Nike and has
Yeah,
them
I
make their
don't-
yeah.
sleeves about 3 inches
They're
smaller.
about past
They're-
his shoulder. That's about it.
They're like gun shows.
It was.
I can't
It was
see him
funny,
playing
but-
golf with it.
Yeah, you can tell that shirt restricted his swing. I'm not taking Kepka. I got nothing
Because
for
of
him.
that?
Just because.
Are you on your Billy Ho this week?
I mean, this is Billy Ho's home course here. If he's gonna play well, you would think it would be here. I
What's
mean,
his
he-
history
He's
here?
kind of 76 is kind of high for him. But
Yeah, but he's been playing well.
He has been playing
yeah,
better.
he's got 4 decent finishes.
He missed the cut last year, so he's going to win it this year.
I wouldn't bet against him.
You wouldn't?
No,
I
mean,
would.
You know I like him most weeks.
I know you do.
This week's a good week.
All right. Let's see. So we're going to argue about Ian Poulter.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit.
Tell me why you like him.
RBC Heritage, 7th. Masters T44, Houston, 1st. T41. In my model, on Pete Dye courses, he is 21st. He has decent course history here. He finished second last year.
Yeah, he didn't go for the win.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, he went for second.
Yeah.
He hit that shank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, you're not supposed to say that word in golf.
Yeah. Apparently it's bad. But yeah, T2 last year, T57, T30, T65. He's playing well this year. He's not playing horribly. He's
He
cheaper
just
than.
poo-pooed those numbers for Bubba Watson. But now for Ian Poulter, they're T57, T30, T65. They're pretty good
T2
finishes.
here. These are at this course, not his last round. He finished second last year. I think he's playing better than what he can right now.
I bet he
And
misses
putting
the
doesn't
cut.
matter. That's fine. But
I
he's
already
not going to.
bet you a cheeseburger, so I ain't doing it again.
Yeah.
But he's gonna miss the cut.
No, he ain't gonna miss the cut. Come
for,
on.
the, for the same price as Kuchar, I mean, I can't justify taking Poulter this week.
Yeah, but what's the ownership on Kuchar versus
Yeah, it's
Poulter?
going to be really high, I bet. But so that's
What if I told you it was less than 1% different?
they're pretty close.
I would take either of them then, because then it's gonna be really high.
10, 7, 9, 6.
Kuchar's is gonna go way up. I guarantee. Kuchar's will be 20%.
You
At that
wanna do
price,
20%.
I bet it does.
Billy Ho.
Billy Ho's
you want to get a steal.
2.9.
You want to get a steal on there.
He's the lowest one on the board down to this point.
No, I just have a feeling that Poulter's gonna play well here,
Okay.
and when I go on feeling versus stats, I typically do better. So he's one of the guys I will take on a feeling. We'll see.
I do like Cam Smith here.
I love Cam Smith here,
His ball striking and his
and he missed a cut last year.
and his around the green scrambling is really good, and I think that helps him here. I think he kind of hides in the middle of the Berger Zach Johnson group, and his ownership's a little lower.
What is his ownership at?
6.2.
That's not bad.
What do you feel like about the real Tiger,
What?
Tony the Tiger Finau?
I can't think this is going to be a good fit, this course for him. But
I don't like him here.
I don't like him either. I love Tony Finau, so he's going to end up winning, but I won't have him the week that he does. But whatever. I do like Grillo here.
I have Grillo written down. I like him. There is one player that is $100 less than Adam Scott Tony Finau in Adam Scott at 7,400, who at the Pete Dye course over the last 8 years, in my ranking, is second in strokes gained tee to green, first in greens and regulation game, third in ball striking, seventh in around the green strokes gained, and second in strokes gained par fours. At $7,400, I mean, he's been playing like crap.
I do have a general rule of do not play Adam Scott, so I'm going to stick by that this week.
yeah, I haven't played him in a
Yeah, I'm
long
gonna play him.
time.
But I'm going to have to do multiple lineups to play him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put him in just one lineup.
So Luke List, he's actually in the last 24 rounds, #1 ball striking, #1 tee to green. You would think that would play pretty well here.
And another less than driver course, which was Honda. He finished second
Yep.
to Justin Thomas, by the way. So he can't putt really. So this doesn't need.
Stats are bad.
Didn't he end up really well at Heritage, which is also the same sort of course? Less than driver putting doesn't matter.
He did all right, I think there.
Yeah, T3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and then he came off of a T9
that's-
last week, so he's playing really well.
Yeah, I love List here.
As I talk with the bogey free guys, and Matt over there really likes him, and Jimmy hates him. So me and Matt call him the New Luke List, and tell him he hates him because he doesn't understand the New Luke List. The New Luke List doesn't miss cuts and blow up. You get all the good stuff from Luke List, the made cuts and stuff. So I really like Luke List this week as well.
I mean, 13 of 17 cuts, 5 top 10s.
He's going to win very shortly.
I don't know if it's this tournament, but soon.
I mean, it would be an impressive one, and if you're going to get one, might as well get
This doesn't give up a lot of first-time wins, though.
Siwoo.
Okay, we'll name one other one.
Was that Ricky's first one?
No, Ricky
Maybe
got his
second.
first one at Wells Fargo.
Okay.
I'd have to pull up a list of the winners, but are you pulling it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah, I'm with you though. Doesn't seem like a lot of rookies or first timers do win here. Look at Rom last year.
This was Sergio's first one.
Was it?
Nah, I can't imagine that it was.
Yeah, this I don't think what I'm reading here is right.
Was it his first? You mean his first players win?
No, there's no way this is his first one.
I was
I mean-
hoping they were going to pair up Sergio and Tiger. I think that might have been more interesting for me than Phil.
I was glad it wasn't Reed and Woods. I'm getting tired of that pairing.
Yeah.
Who Woods and Reed?
Yeah.
Did you see that picture of them in that same polo?
shirt. And
There's some funny memes out on it.
you know our guy from ESPN, Michael Collins.
Yeah.
He was making fun of it about it, and he's like, "Yeah." And I asked him, and Nike didn't determine it; they just showed up. So I was
really?
giving him shit. I was like, "Yeah, you should." So, couple names. I like this field. I don't like a whole lot lower than this, but like Luke List, Patrick Cantlay, I like. Finau, don't really like. Grillo, Cam Smith. So a lot in the 74, 75. Chappell, you could take a flyer on. That's about all I got. Lights out Pat Perez has been more lights out than Pat Perez lately, so
Yeah.
I won't be taking him, even though this is a less than driver course and it's right up his alley.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You might be able to take a flyer on them. And
I like Xander more than the next guy, but I won't have him this week just because his ball striking was his bread and butter last year, and this year it's really not good. So
who are you talking about?
Xander,
Oh.
Chapelet,
What about Hadwin? 12 of 12 cuts. Not a
But he-
long ball.
but he withdrew from Heritage. Has he played since then?
He's been 30th and 39th the last 2 years in this tournament.
Wells Fargo
Yeah.
16th.
Played last week and played well. So
Yeah.
take him.
I mean, I don't know that I really like him, but he makes cuts. He's got 3 top 10s, and he's $7,300.
Anybody gonna take Siwoo this week?
I'm
Back
taking,
to back.
So there's never been a back to back, but I'm going to take one just to do it in one of my random lineups.
What do you think of your boy Brennan Steele?
This is not like him really this week. There's so many guys in this
What about Watney
group.
after that performance last week?
I get it. I just not on him. I can't buy in.
So something I talk about this a lot to Charlie and Justin when they ask me about this stuff. We know that there's going to be 2 or 3 people in the top 10 or 15 at $7,000, $7,200 and below.
Always.
Trying to figure out which one is the hardest thing to do. I feel like Watney might do it again. He played really well. He looked really poised out there. I really liked the way he looked, and he could carry some momentum. I would like to see him a little bit cheaper.
Do you want to see his
Probably has a little
course
bit.
history?
No, I don't care about his course history.
Okay, because he hasn't played the last 2 years, and then 3 years prior to that was cuts.
Well, that's fine.
So-
I kind of like Scott Piercy.
Just think it's
actually.
funny.
No, I think he's gonna. I mean, he's gonna make cut. I think he'll make.
You like
cut.
Piercy?
I like Scott Piercy. He's a good ball striker. He's playing pretty well right now. He was playing pretty well before the Texas Open, I guess.
Before he missed his last cut.
but he's, I don't know. I think he could get a decent finish here.
Do you remember
He's
when
cheap.
Gary Woodland was good?
Yeah, I feel like it was last year.
Don't pick him at all this year. That's all
Since
I
his
can say.
win.
I'm pretty sure I picked him last week.
What do you win? Waste management?
Yeah. All right. I think we both like the Barn Rat at 71.
I love the Barn Rat at 71.
I like Kadira.
You mean Kazari?
No, Kadira. Yeah,
Why do you like him?
He's not sure.
I do. I am sure.
Did you just want to say that name or
Yeah.
something?
No, he won the RBC Heritage like 3 weeks ago. He's a top 20 golfer in the world.
Has he played this course before?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Okay,
I doubt he played the Heritage before that.
Yeah, but we talked about this earlier. He's not going to come back and do something
So
big
you
again.
say. I like him.
That's not going to happen.
I mean, you don't need him to win at this level, at that price.
All right, don't take him. I'm taking him.
Not buying him.
What about Martin Keimer down there at 69?
I don't.
T69, T39, T56, first, T43.
Maybe if it was 5 years ago.
Keimer, he's just so inconsistent.
Apparently, it hurt his wrist, and he's coming back from it.
Yeah, but he ain't missed a cut in 5 years.
Kadyrus, 1.2% on, baby.
What's Keimer?
But he's double digits. Let me find him. Where's he at?
69.
2.2, close.
Taking him. Got him. Locked him up.
How about,
I like Ches Reavie.
what's he done since?
He 53rd of the Masters and
Has he played since?
well,
Reevy.
didn't play very good at the Shell or the Valspar, but
I can't even find him. We're off the rails.
68,
There he
I
is.
think.
He hasn't played since the Masters, and he missed the
What
cut
about
the week
Kyle
before.
Stanley?
He's a good ball striker.
T4 last year.
Mm-hmm.
$7,200.
You could do worse down here, I think.
Yeah, I think so
He's
too.
made the cut all 3 times
Yeah.
he's played.
Mhm.
All right, here you go, boys.
All right.
Alexandra Leve.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I just wanted to say his name. I was screaming at Matt on the phone earlier, and he was not happy with me.
So I'm gonna take a flyer on James Hahn too,
You can have it.
because he missed a cut last year.
Yeah.
T43, T30 the year prior. I think he could surprise me.
Do you like Kazire this week?
It's hard not to. I mean, he's playing so good there for a while. It's got to be in there somewhere.
Do you like Landry?
No.
I mean, he won 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so he's not gonna do it again.
All right.
I mean, what are
I mean,
the?
he did miss the or withdraw last.
I mean, if you looked at the and I'm not smart enough or have enough patience to do
Did
this.
you say James Hahn?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's missed his last 2 cuts, and the last time he made a cut was at Shell, and he was T32.
Perfect. We're gonna take him.
Okay.
But
There's a lot of red.
I,
down here.
I
There's-
don't
I
understand.
don't know a lot of guys down here that I would. be
there's not a
comfortable
lot,
picking.
but there's gonna be somebody down here that does well. I guarantee it.
Alexander Leve.
No. But your guy like Landry, our heritage winner. What
Kadira?
Kadira.
He's a top 25 golfer in the world.
I don't care what he is. He's not going to repeat that performance this soon.
Yeah.
How many golfers go 2 or 3 weeks and a win that aren't Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth,
Write this down.
Rory, Tiger? I mean, how Phil is one of the best golfers to ever play the game.
Phil sucks.
Shut up.
Phil can't win.
And he hasn't won since 2013. Do you think Kadire is gonna?
Kadire's better golfer than Phil.
It's Kadira.
I said that.
No,
He's the
you-
one
you
that says it
guys
wrong.
keep saying Kadire.
I say Kadira.
Okay.
Same thing.
He calls him
He
Kazari
hasn't-
still.
He hasn't won enough to
We
pronounce right.
should know his name yet. Yeah.
You take your Kadire. I'll take my Kazari.
He has desire for Kazire. All right, let's wrap this up. I usually am a Brandon Harkins guy, and he's at 6,500, but I'm going to pass on a short course that needs ball striking. So, no thank you. If I had to take somebody down here, it's going to be Chris Stroud, maybe even a Wes Bryan. Call me crazy, but I kind of have a feeling on Wes Bryant actually making a cut.
I mean, I see it. I get it.
And then Van Aswagen is also at 6,500.
Yeah, but
I mean, that dude makes cuts.
not here, though.
You got an MDF last week, I think.
Hey, that's a made cut.
Yeah, but it don't do
Made,
nothing.
made cut, did not finish.
It don't do nothing for us. On
He got
Sunday.
MDF'd here last year, or that was last week. Because he is, let's see. Van Asswagen cut last year. He's gonna win it this year now.
Has
right?
he made it? Has he made the cut?
No,
here?
he's only played here once.
Yeah, so he didn't even get to play Saturday, Sunday yet. So I ain't taking him.
All right. All right, let's wrap this up shortly. Let's, if you had to take one person to win the tournament from 7,500 and lower, who would it be?
Luke List.
How's he falling into that?
That's
He
actually
does,
what
doesn't
I was gonna say, but
I don't like it because he's. Has he won on tour yet?
Luke List? No.
Yeah.
No, he's not even.
First time winner right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Who you
I
taking?
can see that. I mean,
I'll give you 7,600 and down so you can pick Billy Ho.
yeah, that's what I was actually looking at. Billy, I don't know, Kevin Chappell.
I could see Xander doing something here.
I'll be really
He's
mad
never-
if he
he's
does
never
because I'm
played
not
here.
playing him.
He's never played here, but you don't care about that.
I don't.
How many times did he play East Lake?
He hadn't. That was my point. And he won it.
How-
How many
how
times did
similar
he
is
won?
East-
How many times has he played Greenbrier? None, and won it last year. I don't. Some guys don't need to win.
What's the? Do you know? You probably don't know off the top of your head what stats on East Lake are.
They're actually fairly. I mean, it's not fairly similar, but there is a lot of water on that course too.
It's
There's
a little.
lot.
It's a little easier course though, right? It's not as tight, if I remember.
I think it's a harder course. Or I mean, it's just as hard a course, I would
I
think.
think so.
But I don't
It's
remember.
not. It's a pretty long course, right?
Yeah, it's long.
It's long.
It's a 72 though, so
Right.
I think it's doesn't really matter.
No, but that's something I'm gonna do a little research into for him.
If you guys care, I'm gonna take Patrick Cantlay to win from 7,500 and lower.
Not bad.
All right, let's go to the top and
R72, 73.
let's do our cores and then we'll pick our final winners.
I don't even know if I have a core yet.
Give me your core, Joseph.
I've got Sergio, Tiger, Ricky, and Luke List.
Do you know how much you have left?
I don't.
Okay,
Probably
probably in the 73s.
70, no, probably more than that. Maybe like 76, 77.
Well, make it on your phone real quick and tell me. I'll actually have that up. I could probably do that. Who did you say?
So Ricky, Tiger, Sergio, and Luke List.
Sergio, Tiger. Lucas List. You have 77 left.
Not bad.
You got a final core?
I do.
Okay, tell me it.
Tiger,
Yep.
DeChambeau.
We talked him into that one, didn't we?
I've had him in here the whole time.
Fucking liar.
Jeez. Luke List and Xander. I'm gonna put him in my core. I'm gonna try him out.
I had him in my core last week. And he missed the cut.
Leaves me 92.
Or he MDF'd. So who did you guys have common? Tiger?
Yeah, Tiger. And
Tiger
List.
and List.
List. I also have Tiger.
And List.
No List.
You had List earlier?
No. I have Tiger, Rom, DeChambeau, and Cantlay.
Can't List you had earlier.
Leaves me 8,300 left. So,
Not bad.
tell me your winner, boys.
Geez, I don't know. I think you'd be hard pressed to bet against DeChambeau right now. Jason Day, I don't think is going back to back. Justin Thomas or DeChambeau.
Who you taking for one and done?
DeChambeau, if I haven't taken him.
I can tell you.
I feel like I've taken him. Though.
Matthew has not taken DeChambeau.
Put me down, baby.
Yes, sir. What about you?
I'm actually, I like Ricky. And I think I want him in the one and done too.
You do?
I don't think I picked him. I picked Sergio.
Joseph. Ricky. Nope, you have not. Richard Flower for you.
I'm sure my dad will pick him now.
I'm sure. He doesn't listen to the podcast,
No,
but
he'll pick the same guys as me every week.
yeah.
Well, the good thing is you can't pick DeChambeau.
Nope.
Charlie can't pick DeChambeau. You have not taken him yet, but you took
But he
Ricky.
just Ricky.
Yeah. I'm going to call you 20 minutes till you change to Ricky. All right, so who's your winner and your one and done?
You're doing pretty good in the one and done.
Yeah, I'm coming up, bub.
Yeah. Well, we
Don't
can't-
call it a comeback, boys. We're gonna nail a winner here tonight.
I'm sure you're gonna pick someone different than what we
Yeah,
chose, right?
I'm not locking it in either until I get my other two guys because I gotta make some. I actually
Wait,
not
isn't that cheating?
yes, but when you're in last place by a lot, it's okay. Actually, I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to.
You should probably pick Tiger.
I'm thinking
You'll-
about it
you'll-
actually.
You like him.
I actually thinking about it. I don't know
Really?
if I want to burn him here, but he's. If I had to pick right this second, that's who I'm going with. It's a big money tournament, and I need to win it.
You don't really like him in the majors, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take I mean,
I
I like him at the Open.
I do. I really like him with the Open and that Stinger.
Yeah,
That
And his-
Stinger
and
could
his-
play really well over
and
there.
give him 2 more months to, get
Things together.
irons together and.
I hope he wins at the PGA.
Why? Because you're there.
Because I'll be there.
Yeah. So I don't know who I'm taking, but it's leaning toward Tiger at the moment.
And your winner is Tiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your winner? Are you gonna take DeChambeau?
DeChambeau or Thomas.
And then what about
Ricky?
I took DeChambeau last week and got a 4th. That was my best finish of the year.
I
One and
know.
done.
I know. Good job. Moving on
I'm
up.
taking Ricky to win. Ricky never wins.
Yeah. Unless it's here.
Well, Tiger's won here too.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
That's it.
That's it. What do we have next week?
Not the players?
We just went through these two.
Yeah, you just had it up. Is it like the Wells Fargo? Or
No, I think
Wells
it's
Fargo?
well,
Green
we're not
Briar,
going back.
maybe?
no, I think it's Memorial.
No.
No.
Oh, it's Byron Nelson,
Yeah.
and then Dina DeLuca, and then Memorial is Memorial Day weekend. What an idiot.
Who would have figured?
Oh my gosh, it's
When's-
late. I'm exhausted. Let's get out of here.
I'm going home.
All right. If oh man, we haven't done it. If you're still watching,
Which you're not.
but we appreciate it if you are. Please like and subscribe because our viewership is dwindling. That's why we had to bring him
If
in.
you are still watching, please comment below and Rusty will send you a free cheeseburger.
Only if I lose my bet.
Yes. I will donate my cheeseburger to you from Rusty.
I'm gonna
What is
pay-
the bet? Molinari finishes lower than Kisner.
Well, yeah.
Send your addresses on Twitter.
Yeah. Don't DM him though. Just
Put them out in public.
Slide into the DMs.
yeah.
All right, so if you are on Twitter, follow us at Fantasy Golf Gods. You can follow this guy at JStratty34.
I think it's 31.
Oh, is it?
yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know, I could be wrong.
I thought you were a
I am.
Kerry Wood guy.
Let me double check what that is, actually. It
It's
is
J Stratty something.
31.
Oh, why 31?
I don't remember.
Because
why.
34 was taken
Probably. Yeah.
by your dad.
There's another J Stratty out there, I'm sure.
J Stratty. All right, guys. Thanks, and we will see you next week for the AT&T Byron Nelson.
That's right.